Hello, welcome back to the Love Beneath podcast. I don't know what I was about to say. Podcast. I'm your host, Minazia Sheikh Al Islami, and this is a daily show that is a mix of spiritual tips, tricks, wisdom, spiritual chat / channeled messages. I'm so happy you're here. And I did a little extra fancy intro today. If you're listening, I did a little incense smoke to intro today. I try to keep it fresh around here. I try to keep it new. I try to keep it going. Okay, so the immediate feeling I got for you is clarity is coming. Clarity is coming. So I want to just right off the bat, I want to say clarity is coming for you. I also want to say I'm going to tell you today how to get clarity on something you're confused about or something that you're wanting to happen that's not happening yet. So that's what we're talking about today. Before I get into it, if you're watching on YouTube, please like the video. Please subscribe. Send this to someone who needs to see or hear this. If you are listening to the podcast, please follow the show and leave me a review. I would so appreciate it. And once again, thank you to everyone who's been commenting and interacting. It's really helping me out. I'm so appreciative. Thank you. So let me, okay. This is my wand. So cool. I love it, and it is really powerful and magical, actually. So whenever you see me with this wand, it's because there's a lot of interference with the message, and this wand helps me cut through that and get to the clarity. Part of my gift is I have the ability to attune to the people that I'm channeling for. So I start to feel how you're feeling. And then I can give you a message based on that because I deeply understand what's happening for you, because since now it's for a short time happening for me too. And I was feeling a lot of confusion. I felt like my mind's spinning. I felt really almost nauseous. I felt a combination of confusion and fear of the unknown and what's going to happen or what's not going to happen. For a few of you, I'm also feeling that the rules are kind of changing right now with how your life is going. And so life is becoming very unpredictable. And you are being asked to not only center the self without using a crutch in the external reality, but also you're being asked to go as deep as you possibly can into trust of your divine path, which we've talked about many times on this show. Today, though, I'm kind of getting okay, so this is how you do that. So let's get into it. When I asked, why did I say it like that? Why am I talking weird right now? Okay, when I asked, anyway. Okay, I'm getting silly. Whenever I get silly, the fae are around always, and my fae self gets enacted. I asked Source, what's the vibe today? And I was feeling that, all that confusion, wooziness, all of that. And then I got the 5 of Pentacles. Now, one thing that I'm always reminded of with the 5 of Pentacles is the concept of you feel that you are out in the cold, but there are resources for you. You're just not seeing them. And then I asked, hey, can you give me a clarifier? And I got the King of Pentacles. Immediately when I got this, I thought this is the representation of Source in this reading, because Source has everything you need. And when you think about it, what we're actually desiring, even though we desire things in the physical reality, when you ask yourself, okay, but what is the feeling you're going to get from that, which is the real desire? It's always belonging, safety, fulfillment, love, connection. And these are all things that you immediately feel when you have a strong relationship with Source. So I'm asking you today to reverse engineer all the desires that are causing confusion. When is this going to happen? Why is this happening? Why isn't this happening? All those questions. I'm asking you today, I'm inviting you to reverse engineer. Why do you want those things in the first place? How's it going to make you feel? And then see if you can challenge the thought of, well, I want to get that thing so I can feel it. I I'm hearing like, I don't want to do a meditation where I just feel it. I want to get the thing. And I hate to tell you this, but your soul mission is too advanced for that. And no shade to anybody, everyone's on their own path. But, and just as background, I do one-on-one readings, which if you're interested, the link will be in the bio or in the description box. I work with a lot of people. I've done thousands of readings. People are at different stages of the soul's progression. People who have a younger soul, they're going to have less issues. Things are going to happen quicker for them. They just have less constraint and trials and tribulations because the soul is working itself up. It just can't really like handle that yet. When we have a more, and I don't want to say advanced soul as in that soul's better than the newer soul, because don't forget, once we advance to the highest level, we split ourselves and then do it again as a quote unquote new soul. So that new soul could have already had like a billion incarnations in their other form and then got split, if that makes sense. So it's not a hierarchy thing, but those of you who in this current cycle of the soul are nearing the completion of the lessons, you are going to have to learn patience and detachment, full stop. That is it. You must learn it. And I feel that for a lot of people who come and watch my show or listen to my show, that you are on that advanced end. You're nearing the end of the cycle. I'm seeing, the completion in my head, the world card in tarot. And so things are actually being slowed down for you / withheld on purpose by divine design, because you are meant to learn patience and trust. And so this 5 of Pentacles energy, I really feel this message for you of you're not out in the cold. I wish you could just trust. I wish you could know that up until this point, you've always been okay. And you've been through a lot of tough things and you always make it through. And I wish that you could just know that and stop being so scared of the unknown, because the point of your life in this lifetime is not to get all the things. It is to learn all the things. In so doing, though, in learning all the things, you get all the things. So it's like you're just doing reverse order. So that is the fundamental message of the day, is you are supposed to learn patience and trust. So obviously you created a life where things are slightly out of reach, where they're not coming in the way you thought, where you're just question mark, because you're meant to learn patience, trust, not because you are being tormented and life is against you. That's not it at all. I also got for you 8 of Swords reversed. And we've gotten this on this channel before, so you'll see if I show it right side up, or if you're listening, it's a woman who's, she's all tied up and she's got 8 swords behind her. She's blindfolded, but her hands are free. So she could easily take the blindfold off. She could easily, grab one of those swords, cut the rope off of herself. Now, when it's reversed, I'm really, they're telling me take a look at it and let's just channel directly from the card. What I'm feeling from this reversal is you have no excuse. You have no excuse, because you know damn well what you're supposed to be doing. You know damn well. Like this, if it were right side up, I might say, hey, look, you have options. You got to see that. You have agency. Reversed is like, are you serious? Like, I've told you this 500 times now. You know damn well. Like, I'm hearing that over and over. Okay, your guides are sassy. These are ancestors and fae. The beings that I'm channeling right now of your spirit team are beings that really know you from a lot of lifetimes. I just feel them face palming. Like, you know that. You know this. You know that. Like, you don't need her to tell you this. You know this. Okay, I'm being called to pull another one. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. Okay. This is so similar to the last reading I did where I pulled these, and I did shuffle really well, by the way. So that's really interesting. And also I'm not surprised at all. So Queen of Wands energy, She is life of the party. She is fiery. She is like, she's that person who just goes for it and makes it happen no matter what. And you're just like, how do you do this? How do you make it happen every time? And she's fearless and she believes in herself and she's like, that's it, I'm going for it. I'm getting two messages for this simultaneously, so I'm seeing two groups of people here. The first group, I'm getting yeah, I used to be like that and then life beat me down. The second group, I'm getting, I've always wanted to be like that. No matter what group you fall into, you're being re-invited to this energy, to this Queen of Wands energy. But you're fighting yourself. You're fighting yourself. It almost feels like your spirit and your brain fight each other. And when are you going to let spirit win? When are you going to understand this? I'm just channeling this word for word. When are you going to understand that your brain only knows the past? That your brain is a machine that's programmed based on what has happened, therefore creates a prison of the same loop over and over and over again. So the more you rely only on your mind, the more stuck you're going to be. The Queen of Wands is all heart. She's like, that's what I know is right. I feel that's right. I'm doing it. She's not like overthinking, you know, she's not like Queen of Swords reversed is like the overthinker and like assuming the worst in everything and all that. Queen of Wands right side up is like, I feel it in my soul. And she is so spiritual. She is so spiritually led. She's so fiery. She's so spiritually led. And she's like, I know it's right and I'm going to go for it. And you know what I'm hearing in my head? And if it's not right, I'm going to get rerouted. I can't lose. I cannot lose. You need to adopt that feeling of I cannot lose. Because if I do something and it's wrong, I'll just get redirected. No problemo. I need you to trust in yourself and in your life that much. This is not a suggestion. I am so sorry to say. I feel this coming in as you have to, like, if you want to turn your life around, you got to do it. If you want to turn your life around, you got to do it. Like there's nothing else you can ponder on. You can't do any more stalling by pondering or reading a spiritual text or thinking about, whatever. It's time to act. It is time to act. I see the Fool in my mind. It's time to act. Okay, I had to do a cut just now because I forgot we're not supposed to show the human form on YouTube. So hold on, let me cover up. Okay, so let me show it again now. So when I was shuffling, this is what came out. I don't want you to think I'm trying to engineer the reading. I just was like, oh shoot, I don't want this video to get like, whatever happens when that happens. Judgment. What Judgment is saying to you is justice will be done. Like, don't think for a second that you'll be out in the cold. You know your heart. You know your heart. I feel like some of you, let me know if this resonates with you, but I feel like some of you think you're bad. You think you're bad people somewhere inside you. Like, you think you're not deserving of something and that you're bad and you're going to be punished. Like, I keep feeling that. And that's not true at all. I got 9 of Cups for you. Wishes fulfilled. This is the wish card. This is like, when you come to me for a reading and I pull the 9 of Cups, that's like the best thing that can happen. It's like, so it is granted. I mean, there's no more suffering for you. There's no more suffering for you except for the prison that you've created for yourself. And I'm not saying that what you're going through isn't hard, because I know it is. I can feel you and I know it is. I know how hard that is, and I'm going through it too. Trust me, like we're all being challenged in whatever ways that we're supposed to learn lessons right now. But I'm just so getting like, break out of the part where you believe that you're being punished and that you're made to suffer and that nothing ever works out for you and woe is me. Like, I just so lovingly, I'm going to say, like, that victimhood will keep you in the prison. That is the reversed 8 of Cups. That victimhood thought process of woe is me, nothing ever happens. I'm not saying all of you watching this are feeling that or listening are feeling that, but I'm getting, everybody. So I'm just trying to touch on everyone's feelings. I'm telling you, like, there's nothing stopping you. There's nothing stopping you now. You need to challenge your mindset and you need to dig back into your spiritual practice. So to bring this back full circle now, I said at the beginning that I was going to teach you how to find clarity. You find clarity by letting go of the mind as the authority and digging into the heart. Remember that Queen of Wands. What does the heart know? What does the soul know? It seems so simple. It is not easy, but it is straightforward. And so this is not some like 10-step process to make all your dreams come true and end confusion. Confusion is only caused because you're asking the brain to do something it's not qualified to do. You're asking the brain to calculate for the future. And in certain scenarios you can do that, but with this particular thing you can't. You can't, because what is happening for you next does not match with the events that have happened to you in the past. Therefore, your brain, which is the computer, can't compute that. It can only create a loop of this is what happens when this happens, so avoid this, and yada, yada, yada. Like, the brain's always trying to keep you safe. It doesn't account for what if this time is different. It doesn't account for that. So you have to dive into the heart and the soul. What I'm getting for you is when you notice that you're overthinking, you have to just stop yourself and say, that's not the way I'm going to get clarity. That is not the way I'm going to get clarity. I have to sit within myself. You just have to keep redirecting yourself over and over and over and over again. I know it sounds so simple, but I'm telling you, this is the only way, and it's not easy, but this is the only way. You have to learn to sit with what you know, the wisdom of the soul, not only the brain. The brain comes in handy a lot. So I'm not saying, toss it, but I'm saying the authority when it comes to cycle breaking and things being different than they were, the soul, the heart is the only one that knows. If you are sensitive to sound, in my description box, there's a sound ceremony that you can download. It's a guided meditation for stress reduction and clarity. And I created all my own music, and then I do a guided meditation with breath work to help you get into it and get the most out of it. If this reading is resonating with you, I would definitely get that, because it feels like there's just something about music. Music can cut through the mind and speak right to the soul. So if you listen today and you're like, I know all of this, but I still can't make it happen, you might need that sound. You might need a guided meditation that you can listen to every day to really have it sink into you. So if that resonates with you, that'll be for you in the description. Also, once again, if you want to book a reading with me, that'll be in the description, as well as all my other offerings. That's the completion of the message. I do actually want to pull you one more card. Hold on. Stick around. Hold on. Let me do... Is there anything... I don't know. I feel like something nagging me. Is there anything else that... Did you see that jump? I love when that happens. 7 of Wands, but it was reversed. 7 of Wands reversed. So again, we always look at it. I always like to look at it face up and then see the reverse. So 7 of Wands upright is... You got every reason to be on the defense. Look at what's happening. Look at these 6 wands coming for you, and you're like, got to fight all these wands. Reversed, again, I hate to say it, but it's very, the fight is, it's not real. Like, it's not you versus source. It's not you versus life. That is the old story. And you know what? You have had to fight a lot in your life. You have had to fight for what you have. You have had to get through a lot of adversity. I'm feeling the pain of all of you. You have. Like, I need to validate you have been through it. And you have had to fight. But now you don't have to anymore. So that's why the brain cannot help you, because the brain only knows what it knows from history. So even more, I'm just getting this, like, not it's all in your mind, but the fact that you're stuck is in your mind. That's why we need you to get into the soul. So validating, yeah, I can see why you feel stuck and you're confused and lack clarity. because the clarity's here. And then you will realize, oh yeah. One thing finally I'm getting for you is if you're not getting an answer to something and you're, let's say you like download my guided meditation and you're still just like, man, I'm just not getting it. It's not time. It's not time. I shared with all of you that I'm looking for a house right now. Some things came up and like, it just wasn't right. And I was pushing and pushing for it. And it just kept feeling like it's not right. I feel like I'm pulling life behind me and I'm trying to like get it to do what I want. So I just relented and surrendered to the moment. And I'm taking the opportunity to love on my current condo and appreciate all the little things that I didn't even notice before, and appreciate I have west facing windows, like huge windows, so I can watch every sunset. And so I'm just appreciating those little things and just waiting until the moment happens, which inevitably I know it will, where we find something bigger, more space to live in. So it could be something like that, like if you're running from your current reality, maybe your current reality has something for you still. There's a lesson for you there. Move into the surrender. So that's only if you're not finding the answer immediately. Move into the surrender. Okay, that is the completion of the message. Happy Friday, everyone. Once again, please interact with the video. Leave a comment if it resonated with you. Like the video. Save it. Share it. Subscribe if you're listening. Follow the show. Leave a review. Thank you all so much. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye.